Good morning, welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast for June 9th, 2018. This week on the newscast, we're going to be talking about some E3 stuff, as well as a bunch of trailer drops this week. We'll let you know what they are and what we think of them. Stay tuned for more! Hello, welcome!
See,
welcome.
they can hear us.
We got it. We got it.
We figured this out.
Yeah, microphones look like thermometers to Tony, apparently. Speaking of which, hi, welcome to the Barrel Roll.
Speaking of thermometers, welcome.
Grab that wall back there, just to stretch it a little.
You too.
Oh, hold on. If I sit back,
You're gonna sit back.
no, I'm not gonna sit back for the rest of the. Our wall is kooky today.
It's falling apart.
It's falling apart, but that's okay. We're here to keep the glue together. Welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast. I'm Tony.
I'm Chris.
It is June 9th. Guess what next week? Guess what next week is?
E3.
It is all about the E3.
Oh, it's E3.
This
week,
year's E3 is super weird. Like it's more about what's leaking and what's dropping before the show.
They had a great. I think it was IGN had a great little video, thing where it's from a scene from The Quiet Place where it's E3 leaks and it shows the scene where they're trying to cover up the fire and that.
Oh, is there?
And then he's just looking around, just.
Yeah, but that's essentially what this year is all about. Like,
Who cannot leak their info?
I think Square Enix has been pretty good.
Microsoft
has been very good, but everyone's counting Microsoft out as well. Like, I feel like if they're gonna bring something to the game, something big is gonna come up. If they're gonna do something.
Their big game's not coming out until next year.
Crackdown 3 reportedly delayed until 2019. Also, I didn't realize we were excited for a Crackdown 3.
I haven't played the other ones. My brother did.
And you know what? I think a lot of us haven't. I don't know how much Nick had played because he's the one Xbox guy around here.
I'm sure it's on PC if you really want to play.
Nope.
No?
Nope. I'm pretty sure Crackdown 2 were Xbox 360 exclusive.
That's a first.
Yes. Well, I mean, like, when Crackdown 3 comes, we can play it on the PC with their Play Anywhere initiative. So,
yay!
Yes, so E3 is happening. A lot of stuff had already...
kind of today.
It's
well, the big things today.
Yeah, the big things today. The first one will be EA's press, whatever.
Sports.
Hey, do you like Madden?
And
NHL?
Anthem.
And Anthem? I feel like Anthem is getting delayed.
I think it'll be fine. It'll be a late...
They did have a giant banner get posted, though.
This year release.
Christmas.
November.
Yeah. They did have a giant banner get posted on the side of one of the hotels at the conference center, so if any indication, they are ready to show something.
Yeah.
Whether it's Sony, Microsoft, or,
it's the same with
or EA.
Fallout, though. They have those big three signs.
Yeah, usually when you have a giant banner, it's like a good indication that your game is close to done, if not done.
Yeah, and Fallout doesn't have a release date yet, but
Bethesda's pretty good with that stuff, though. Like, as soon as they put a date down,
yeah,
they're good to go.
Yeah.
Like, Fallout 4 surprised everyone, was it like 2 years ago or whatever. It was like, yeah, it's out like in 3 months. Go pre-order it. So yes, Microsoft or EA's is up probably in about 30 minutes or so, an hour.
Yes. So stay with us till then.
You know what? We'll keep our finger on the tab, and if anything major drops, which I can't anticipate anything major drop, and that's a big thing. I don't know what I'm anticipating this year out of E3. I remember years past where it would be like, cool, watching this press conference, and then all of a sudden, Final Fantasy 13 is on Xbox 360. What? Sony lost exclusivity of it. I'm like, oh wait, what?
I don't know.
Or like,
I know for Sony wise we have the big four that we already know they're going to talk about.
They're very
I'm hoping for more, like maybe even teasers for more exclusives.
Honestly, I'm
maybe
actually
Infamous 3.
at that point,
or 4, I guess.
Well, yeah, because it was Infamous 1, 2, Second Son.
So I 4.
I don't know that. I think that would be a really cool one to bring back.
Naughty Dog is not doing. Well, they had the Legacy for Uncharted, Lost Legacy.
They're doing Last of Us Part 2.
Right, there's that.
Last of Us Part 2. That's one of their one of their pieces of the tentpole. So they will show that off.
Yeah.
As far as Infamous goes, I don't know where that's up to. I like to see another Killzone come back, but something different, something fresh.
I haven't played the latest one, so I really don't know.
Well, I mean, like, it is generic shooter, but if there's one game that could use
Battle Royale, Killzone.
100 Hellgast fall onto an island.
Yeah.
Battle Royale, all the games.
Exactly.
So yeah, Sony, their big tentpole games. Super excited for Spider-Man. I think that is without a doubt everyone's looking forward to that. Obviously, yours truly looking forward to Death Stranding.
Oh, of course.
Honestly, I would rather another one of those really vague trailers, and then just have them drop the game.
Give a release date.
I don't even need a release date. I want them to not show anything about that game until right before it comes out, so that everyone is literally in the same haze as we are. As to what that actually is, because as far as I know, like, that game should be out this year.
Yeah.
Like, Death Stranding should be pretty close. Last of Us Part 2, I feel like that one's going to be
early next year.
I think it's going to be a next year game. If Spider-Man
because
Spider-Man comes out this year, Death Stranding should be out this this If not, I can see that being. It's a Kojima game. So it literally, it could drop after E3. They could pull a Sega Saturn. And then Ghost of Tsushima, I can't pronounce it. It's the Insomniac guys, I believe.
Okay.
That one. I think it's a PSVR game. Okay. I think. I'm not looking. I'd like to see more about it.
Well, it's not like Sony hasn't been super busy. Like, they've been doing their little release.
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah, so they, Tetris.
A VR Tetris game.
I'm interested to see what that ends up being. I've been very tempted with a VR. I think it dropped to $250 for us up here in Canada.
Yes.
Which is very, very, very affordable.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
When it comes to VR headsets. So,
then they did the Days Gone. They showed
Days Gone thing.
That looks interesting. It almost seems like a Last of Us type thing.
That's why it's going to be a 2019 game, really, because you don't want to put that next to Part 2.
And then
I think that's going to be a summer 2019 game, not even like.
I don't know.
I think
they teased that last year.
I think they sit on it. Honestly, just work on it. Take your time with it, because this year is. You don't want to get that game confused with Last of Us Part 2. Obviously, people like us, we're very in with it. We know
what's zombies.
It's zombies. It's a horde of zombies. It's human.
Fast-moving zombies.
It's human survival in the post-apocalyptic world. The average consumer is going to look at them at the store and go like, of course, Sony wants you to buy both of them.
Well, yeah.
And I really do.
I think I would eventually.
I'm more inclined to Last of Us right now.
Oh yeah, that's where I would lean towards.
Honestly, it's such an amazing. Those guys do a good job.
Yeah.
And so, looking forward to Days Gone. I think it's gonna be next game. I really do. They need to sit on it, work on it.
If you're sitting with the Days Gone being next year, I think then you're pushing Last of Us to this year.
I think so.
Late this year. I know.
And you know what?
November. I keep saying November because it's the easy one to say.
And I mean, they could pull the Microsoft thing, what they did a couple years back, where it was every game you see today will be out by the end of this year, and then everyone's like, "Cool, what do we do next year?" So yeah, I really do think they need to tier those two releases.
Well, I mean, releases. And then you got to think that they want to give distance between the Spider-Man.
Oh, that's easy.
Maybe every 2 months they come up with an exclusive-ish.
Spider-Man's easy enough to do. I mean, everyone can differentiate that. That is Spider-Man at this point is a household name, whether or not you watch Homecoming or earlier,
or cartoon,
cartoon, or even we'll talk about it ever so briefly later.
And then
I'm not sure what that Ghosts of Tsushima is all about.
That's the first I'm hearing of it.
I'm looking forward to seeing more of it.
Well, then
the fact that they're putting whatever that game is, next to those 3 big games, shows that they have faith in it somehow.
JRPG?
I don't know. I mean, like, I'm sure there's information about it on the internet right now.
Yeah.
We just haven't researched it.
No.
Because we're professionals.
Yes.
Obviously, Nintendo is doing their own thing on Monday.
And like
Tuesday.
And like
They're
I
doing
kind
their
of
own
said to
thing.
you before we even started, we know what we're getting with Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo.
Like it's not like I'm expecting anything big out of them.
I'm expecting
maybe the online stuff.
No, they will talk about the online stuff, but what I'm looking forward to most is any sort of hardware announcements. Not like a Switch like Pro or whatever,
Well, maybe.
but like new Joy-Cons. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Or what they're doing with in Japan, where they're bringing the dockless.
They have been pretty. I mean,
Stuff.
PR people will always say, "Yeah, no, that's only in Japan right now. That's only in Japan right now." So maybe they drop this Switch over here. Do that over here, like price drop it minus the dock.
Yeah,
it's perfect for households that already own a Switch.
Yeah.
So
as long as they don't have to charge it at the same time.
Well, we all live in a Type C world now, so
That's true. But
I'm looking forward to hardware, like new hardware stuff from Nintendo, because we saw that like those 12 games that dropped, like leaked.
Yeah, on the wall.
And of course, Paladin has been very like Nintendo officially confirmed Paladin coming out on the Switch.
That one I'm actually interested. I'm
They
not going to do it for my PlayStation just because.
They didn't say it was free to play, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be free.
I would assume.
Like, because you can do the whole buy the Founders Pack right now, and then you get additional skins or crates or whatever. No,
no, thank you.
No. So, looking forward to Paladin, and I know that they actually just dropped their Battle Royale mode recently.
Okay.
I can't remember. I think it's called Champions Royale or something.
Okay.
What makes it different is because Paladins, back when Brian, Nick, and we were playing it just to see what the game was all about.
Yeah.
It's an Overwatch style game where you have
Okay.
different classes, different things are happening. One's a healer, one's the tank, one's the sniper, that kind of stuff. So we were kind of confused how they're going to translate that into a battle royale scenario. And so what they ended up doing was you still when you join when you join the Paladin's battle royale mode, you get separated into a team of 5, and so you need to choose one. Like everyone chooses a class type. So the healer type, offensive, tank, support, whatever the other fifth one is. DPS, sure.
Oh.
And so that's how the battle royale mode will work in Paladins.
Yeah.
It sounds like, and I think that's a fair way to balance it. Like we don't know much about it, other than the fact that obviously it might drop with the console releases of Paladin.
Yeah.
Essentially,
I'd be interested if it was free on the Switch.
It will. Bet your bottom dollar is going to be free.
Good.
Because
down for
it was
free
not.
games.
It was not charged. We didn't get charged for it on the PC.
I'm down for free games.
And they did mention on the Nintendo Switch trailer for Paladins that it is cross-platform.
With which?
They just said cross-platform. It just said cross-platform. It didn't. I mean,
that's
of course,
very vague.
It is very vague, and I'm sure people have already analyzed each of the things in that trailer to see if it's like PlayStation or Xbox or PC or all together. I'm willing to bet that Sony and Microsoft are still not playing well.
Well, and then that's why it would be a kind of shot in the dark for me, or a hopeful wish.
Well, yeah,
for the E3 is that Sony and Microsoft both say, "Hey, we've settled our differences."
What if they each appeared on each other's stage and shook hands and said, "Let's do this deal"?
Who's first, Microsoft?
Microsoft is first. Sony's last.
So Sony comes up first, and then it spoils the.
No, Microsoft. Yeah, exactly. I feel like that is
that would be my hopeful.
That would be my Gabe Newell moment. For E3.
That would be my hopeful wish for this E3 is that
you remember that time?
Sony and Microsoft.
Do you remember that Gabe Newell moment from, I think it was like 2011 or something like that? It was right before E3, Gabe Newell, if we all know who he is, he was very, very vocal about Sony's platform at the time with the PS3 and saying it was a complete disaster and the fact that it will never go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a couple weeks later, appeared on E3 on Sony's stage, saying Yeah, so let's bring Portal 2 to the PS3. Also, I'm really thankful that Sony didn't like shank me on the way up here. So that was the biggest surprise of that gen. I think it's like 2011 or 12 or something like that. That happened, and literally it blew everyone's minds.
Like I said,
that was around the time of Kevin Butler too, if you remember him.
This would be my hopeful.
Yeah, if they both
shot
appeared on each other's stages to shake hands and say let's do this,
or at least Microsoft saying, okay, we are going to reveal one more thing, but we're going to wait till tomorrow, and then on the Sony one they come up.
No, I think they do it on each. I think.
But then it would be a dead giveaway for Sony.
And that's fine. And if you're going to do that, I think that's... Once the surprise is leaked, or once the surprise is gone, or if you do that speculations like, oh, we got one more thing, but we're not going to show you at our show, kind of like keep an eye out on your social media feeds and news stories for something to happen.
I would.
I think the right way to do that is they both appear on each other's stage. I know that even though that they're not at the same time.
Yeah.
Come to the Sony show, we're going to expect to see a Microsoft exec or whoever jump on stage.
And just take
yeah, we're doing that. Remember the thing we said yesterday? We're doing it. Like, we're going to shake hands somehow. That would be a surprise.
It would be. That's my hopeful.
I don't think it'll happen.
Oh, I know it's probably not going to.
You know what, though? Like, the way that game development works, and I wouldn't be surprised if they had meetings like that at some point in time where there was Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft sitting in the same room saying like, is this something that we can do?
And Sony and Microsoft say,
at that point,
I don't want to work with you.
Yeah, or it's like,
work with you.
Or it's like, I don't want to share my profits with any one of you. Look how successful the PS4 has been this generation. Like, like, no, unless you guys fork us over money.
Well, they already are with their Blu-ray stuff.
Doesn't matter.
So
doesn't matter. So, Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo. Bethesda's got theirs tomorrow,
which we already kind of know.
Yeah, they're gonna do Rage 2, Fallout 76.
That's
VR versions of both because they've been very big on that.
Teaser for
they'll probably
Elder Scrolls.
No, they're gonna do they just released the expansion pack.
Yeah,
so
the single player game.
No, I think this is a Fallout year as much as.
Yeah, but a teaser, so you're not doing it
now. We'll see. I don't know if they're gonna full on talk about another Elder Scrolls anything. I'm of the mindset that they like lean heavily into the Fallout 76 stuff. That trailer, as planned as it was, it really put them on the map of like, hey, we've got like this big thing coming out. Like it's Fallout. You guys love Fallout, right? Let's do this thing. So a big long 10-15 minute stage demo for Fallout. That's what I suspect. Yeah. I could see that.
I don't know what else.
Square Enix has got a one, but they're doing Nintendo Direct style, where it's not like an actual stage show. It's just a pre-recorded video. Tomb Raider, Kingdom Hearts 3.
But I expect Kingdom Hearts 3 to be in part of the Sony stuff.
Nope. Kingdom Hearts 3 is multi-platform now.
Is it?
It's on Xbox One this time around.
Fine.
So it'll be Sony. If anything, they'll show it as in the sizzle reel.
Yeah.
But it won't be a core presentation for Sony. It's going to be a big thing for Square Enix. I definitely think they lean on to that because they just had a recent demo for the Kingdom Hearts 3 where they had a lot of press come in and play the English version of the game.
Yeah. And
it previewed very, very well from my understanding. Like people were really looking forward to it.
Well, yeah, because that's not a good game.
I mean, like
it's been a while.
They've teased it for quite some time, and it's been a long time since 2, even though we don't count the 3DS version of Kingdom Hearts. It was a fart. It was a bit of a fart. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that's E3 is kind of hard to anticipate this year because
everything's being revealed already.
Yeah, it is not. There's no shocking surprises unless there are some that we don't know about.
A PlayStation 5?
No. It's too. They had to put that fire out a couple weeks back. I'm
adding gasoline to this fire.
I think Microsoft reveals a disc-less system finally. I think they reveal a disc-less Xbox.
Could. So they would be the first into the next gen?
No. It'll be an Xbox One. but no discs. Because if you think about how the Game
I don't
Pass,
know how much that would
because how Game Pass,
sell.
they sell the discless system with the Game Pass
Yeah,
stuff.
but how do you convince someone that already has an Xbox X or whatever the hell they are now?
You get people like you and me to pay for it at like $200 for without a disc. If you think about it, without a disc, you're not paying any rights to get a Blu-ray player into there.
That's true.
You're not paying Sony anything, so you can cut the cost there. Obviously, you cut the cost on having an actual disc drive, so there's less moving pieces.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you bundle in a Game Pass, which allows you to play the entire back catalog of Xbox 360, and some Xbox
And
One
you still have
games.
to buy the gold
Some
subscription.
to play the games online, you need the gold subscription. But if you just go buy the Game Pass, you can play those older games free of charge.
Well, I mean, last year,
Like
Nintendo is the reason their E3 thing was for the reason why I bought their Switch. Is Microsoft going to do the same to me?
Well, I mean, like they've been talking about an Xbox One without a disc drive for a long time now.
But if they put that package that you just said, I'd be super tempted.
I'm very tempted. I've
But then I
I've
go
wanted a
back to
Game
their
Pass
games.
I've wanted a Game Pass for so long. There are so many Xbox 360 games that I have never played. And on top of that, you bundle it in with it's also got an Xbox One X inside of it as well.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get all those X improvements for Red Dead Redemption. You've got all those Banjo games. You've got I think that's a really good sell. You bundle it.
It would.
You bundle it for like $199 US, $250 Canadian, no disc, and then you get a Game Pass for like 40 days or 45 days or whatever.
I need 3 jobs.
Welcome
If
to.
that's what the case is, I need 3 jobs.
Welcome.
I'm at 1 right now. I'm just going to jump straight to 3.
Why get just 2 jobs?
Go for that 3rd one.
I just think that's a really good.
Oh, I know, but
sell.
I would want to do online, so I would have to buy the gold subscription.
You know what that means?
And then you got to add my WoW into that. They got to add my Sony
What's WoW?
Plus.
What's WoW? What's WoW?
I'm just piling on these monthly subscriptions.
But I think that's a smart move because right now Microsoft
They're losing.
Yeah, Xbox is not really selling units. The X came out, even though it's amazing and powerful, there's no games for it.
Yeah.
You bundle, you make a discless system for sub 200 for US.
Oh, they'll be sub 200. I think it'd be about 250-ish.
Yeah.
200.
Because the price of an Xbox One right now.
No, it says 400 still, isn't it?
No. The Xbox One X is probably 400. Xbox One.
Oh, I don't want
Fact
to
checking.
go X.
Right. So the X is $5. Okay. Whoa! It's $600.
Then no.
Xbox One X is $600 in Canada. So that's $550 for American. F that. No. So yeah, even the One S. The thinner Xbox One is only $220. You sell it for 200 here. I think they could totally get away with that. I think they could.
Which X is obviously the more powerful one.
It is technically the most powerful, but you don't have a disc drive, remember. You're not paying any royalties to Sony. You don't have to. And then you push Netflix, you push YouTube, you push all of those streaming services on the console rather than having discs. Because what's a disc?
Yeah. I have a hard time trying to play my disc games.
What's a disc? That's just the angle that I think Microsoft
and then I'd
should
be
go.
more inclined to get PUBG.
No, I wouldn't.
Myself,
I'd be less inclined to play PUBG on an Xbox. I've seen how that game runs on an Xbox. It's not pleasant. I know they've improved.
It's the controller person for me.
They've even on a controller, it is not very well optimized. From my understanding, whether or not they've patched
I'd be more
it.
inclined to get PUBG on Xbox.
That's just what I'm thinking. That's my big guess.
I don't know.
It's valid. It's valid.
There's a lot of things that could happen. That would honestly, if Microsoft did that, I think they win.
They would.
No matter what.
Hey, Microsoft, listen. We've got ideas.
I would concede. Like, I'm not a Microsoft person.
But
I would concede that they win if they did
the
that.
idea of being able to play all those old Xbox 360 games, which are fantastic.
Some.
Yeah, most of those are amazing.
Some.
I think that's the way you go.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, it's.
That's how Microsoft wins. There's don't be like push the whatever they're doing with Xbox One and PC stuff. Like that's fine, but you need to be able to like you are the only console that is doing backwards compatibility properly.
Well, PlayStation has their
PS Now.
Yes.
But even Sony
that's streaming.
But Sony hasn't really pushed that.
No, but it's not not publicly, but they've.
But the thing is, with Xbox One, you can put in an Xbox One, like an Xbox disc, into an Xbox One right now and play your game from like 10 years ago, and it just works.
Yeah.
Whereas if you try to do the PS1 game onto the PS4, it'll look at you funny and spit your disc out.
Yeah.
So, and then obviously Nintendo can't pull that.
No, we can't.
Yeah.
Unless they do something where you can play the older games from.
Right.
But they're not going to because they have the minis of everything coming out. So why do that?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, like Microsoft, they need to lean in hard on this backwards compatibility stuff that they put so much time and effort into. That's
so live in the past.
But you know what? Sometimes you live in the past and the present at the same time. Say yes, our games are coming out on PC and Xbox One, but if you buy our console that does that, you can also get your older games that you can buy for like $5 at the EB Games. You can still play it here. Yeah. Or buy our Game Pass. Just have them all ready.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of our. E3.
That's E3. It's been. I don't want to say it's been explosive, but it's been kind of a trickle. It's been a slow trickle. The past 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So looking forward to what happens in the next 72 hours, basically. The next 72 hours will be interesting. Monday is Square Enix and Nintendo. Those are easy. Like
Sunday is Sony.
Monday.
Is that
Monday? Sony. Microsoft is tomorrow.
Sunday. Yeah.
Tomorrow. Bethesda is tomorrow. Sony is Monday evening. I don't know what's happening Monday morning. Something.
Probably a low key thing, and then Nintendo and Square Enix are Tuesday.
Yes, I believe so.
We'll try and write everything down.
So
anticipate that next week's show is.
I'm not here for it, so you guys are gonna have to.
E3 talk.
Hey guys, do you like E3? So Sunday, EA doing their thing today.
There.
Bethesda Sunday is Microsoft and Bethesda.
Yeah. Digital
Devolver. They make games. I don't know what it is. I know they're good games. Monday is Square Enix, not Tuesday.
Ubisoft. I forgot about that.
Ubisoft will be interesting to see because they are
Assassin's Creed.
They are confirming Beyond Good and Evil 2 to be there.
Sure.
I know you don't really have a connection to it like Nick and I do. And I don't know if Brian's played it before.
It's a PC gaming show.
Yeah, I don't know who's hosting that. Yes.
Everyone.
Sony is on at Monday evening, so just after dinner time for us, and Nintendo
midday,
morning and all day, basically. Nintendo, I really appreciate how much of a show presence they have. Like they will turn on that stream in the morning, and then just leave it running all day, and just have stuff happening all day at all times. Even if it's running the same demo for like half an hour. Yeah. It's fantastic. So they've been doing very good.
That'd be good.
So yeah, keep if you don't watch us next week, keep an eye on this week. This gaming news will be big.
Oh yeah.
Obviously Smash Brothers will be the talk of the town. Fallout 76. Spider-Man. Death Stranding.
For you.
Hell yeah.
That's a you thing.
Don't care.
Don't know what the other public.
Yeah, and then there's other stuff that might not be.
Well, yeah, like
we might not know. Like there's
stuff that hasn't gotten leaked.
There's reportedly still stuff. Like if you go to this Best Buy page, they have like sections that say yet to be revealed. So like it could be other stuff that we don't know.
So at least 4 or 5 more.
At least 5 other titles. They could be small. They could be big. They could be Final Fantasy 16. We don't know.
Who knows? We will tell you next.
Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's move into our other side of the show here.
Other entertainment stuff that's not video games.
Yes, because we talk about video games and comics and movies and TV shows. Well, this week has been the week of dropping trailers I think I've watched more trailers this week for reveals and
it's the movie world trying to get ahead of E3.
Trying to keep up. Like, it's like, oh, Wreck-It Ralph dropped its trailer, and then Lego Movie dropped it the next day, and then Halloween like a couple days after, and then yeah.
Just a whole bunch.
So yeah,
start at the top.
Let's start at this top here. Halloween. It looks good. I'm super excited for it. As bad as it looks, I think
said it before when we talked about it when it got originally announced. I don't like that it's ignoring everything else except for the very first one. I don't like that.
I know. It looks cool.
That's so dumb. I've heard they're bringing back the original Michael.
Oh, good.
The guy who played him back in 70 something.
Well, I mean, you're just putting a mask on him, right? So it's not.
Not from the trailer. You kind of see the back of his head.
I feel like that's just building up hype. Like, oh, do we get to see his face?
No, probably not. You ever get to see it? Well, you do see his face.
I think one of them.
2 of them.
Yeah,
at least.
So, yeah, I feel like a lot of that's like, oh my god, is his face? No, he puts the mask on.
It looks like Jamie Lee Curtis's character has a little bit more of an edge, though.
A little bit.
She's like, if you watched her in H2O, in Halloween Water, she's very like she knows her brother's still around, but she's scared. Mm-hmm. Like she's not like, okay, I'm gonna go get him, but she's scared. And this one, she's like, okay, whatever. I want him to come out so I can take him on.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a totally different view for that character.
And I think a lot of that has to do with them ignoring the other Halloween movies. So,
it's so disappointing, but I get. Apparently, according to who was the guy that makes it? It's not Romero.
Oh, you're right. It was a pretty big name.
The guy who's been in charge, John Carpenter.
That's the word. That's his name.
He said this is going to be the last Halloween movie.
They say that all the time.
But we're like,
how many times has Kojima said it's his last Metal Gear game? And how many do we have now? So
I guess you see on how much it makes.
That's exactly, or how much the studio goes, hey, make us more money.
Okay,
make us more money.
How many slasher movies are out there right now?
All. I think there's.
When's the last time you've seen Freddy or Jason?
I think we've seen more of them in video games lately.
Exactly. They're getting away from the movie stuff.
I think this generation is just a little different than our generation, though, too.
I think it was just a big surprise. Like, I was a big 80s villain.
It was.
Like, kind of killer type person.
Right. And I think the big thing about it was that it was actually a solid horror movie above all else.
And this is just going to be a slasher.
Yeah.
So.
But the twist is Jamie Lee Curtis's character being super prepared and super like, I want this to happen.
Well, she says she's prepared, but things will happen.
Oh, of
she's
course.
Unprepared for.
Of course.
Typical movie.
Cliche, yes. So Halloween trailer dropped. Let's stick with the live action stuff first.
Oh, okay.
Bumblebee. That trailer has no sense. It has no right to be as good as it looks. It actually looks like a good movie. Still have no interest in watching it.
Starscream's the villain.
It's still okay with that. And they actually transform like a real Transformer. Well, more or less.
Kind of.
More or less. Not an amorphous 3D CG blob. You actually see moving parts. Which I'm okay with. I was okay with in the first Transformers.
Yeah.
Or maybe the second one. I don't know. It's all a blur. But yeah, that movie looks interesting.
Well, Michael Bay's just producing it now.
I believe so.
It's someone totally different directing it. So
and the thing is, like, does this movie, is it starting their new canon?
No, because remember I think it was, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, we said this was, they canceled Transformers 7.
They're dropping Transformers 7, so they're starting.
This is the last, but this would be the last
I think they're testing the waters. They're seeing how this does.
Or they just remove Transformers altogether and just go Bumblebee?
Bumblebee, and then make another one called, like, Prime or something.
Bumblebee Prime?
Sure. And then do, like, Megatron or something as a villain movie, because that's where the movie industry is going, is villain movies.
Find out their backstory.
Yeah.
Make
you feel for these villains.
With another Joker movie being announced.
At least they're keeping with the actor, at the very least. I'm not saying Jared Leto's a correct actor.
No, but like they said, there's two Joker movies coming out. One with Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker, and one is Jared Leto as the Joker. What are you doing?
Yes. Yes. But yeah, I think that Bumblebee trailer has no right to look as good as it does. I feel like
Maybe it sparks a reboot.
And
He goes through time.
Yeah, that's it.
Changes things.
He still has no voice.
Oh. We got an explanation for that, though.
Sure.
I guess.
Maybe. Not really.
Because she says it. If you can't speak, then use music to say what you need to say.
Right, but why does he not speak?
Because it gets damaged. They said that in the first Transformers. His vocal.
Oh, did they? I don't know. It's been such a long time since the first film. That does ring a bell, though. When you say it, when you
the medic at the time said, "Yeah, he's damaged. We're trying to repair him slowly."
Oh, okay.
And then at the end of that movie, he was talking.
Was he?
Yep.
Oh man.
He said like one line.
Oh.
He was talking though. He used an English voice.
I guess so. So yeah, Bumblebee trailer dropped this week.
Yep.
Moving on to
then there was that when you watched the Bad Times.
Yeah, you showed you Bad Time at Hotel something.
El Royale.
Hotel El Royale.
Bad Times at El Royale.
Basically a super movie.
There's a lot of big names in that movie.
Jeff Bridges, Chris Hemsworth,
Nick Offerman,
yeah. There's that one guy that I recognize from a lot of other action movies.
I can't remember her name. The girl from the 50 Shades.
No.
She's in it.
Okay, but no.
Just
no. What was it called again?
John Hamm. Bad Times at El Royale. There might be more to it than that, but
I'm sure it'll come up. Exactly.
I missed a the.
Oh, get out. Jeff Bridges,
Dakota Johnson. That's what I'm thinking.
There's just a lot of people. Yeah, John Hamm. I think I've been really, really into his work lately. Ever since I saw him on.
He has the Tag movie coming out too.
Yeah, I saw him.
I want to see that.
I saw him in what's that? Kimmy Schmidt.
Mm-hmm.
He's in Kimmy Schmidt. He plays the preacher, or Father Wayne Gary Wayne.
Oh, the evil guy.
Yeah, that's what he does. So I'm super excited to see him do more things. Mad Men, obviously.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks like a really weird,
kooky movie. I think it's
and it's the director of Cabin in the Woods.
Super, which I'm already okay
just
with.
On that trailer alone, you look in it, and there's behind each hotel room, there's a window.
It's very, very Cabin in the Woodsy.
So I'm like, when I first saw it, I'm like, oh, they're gonna manipulate things in the back,
and then the monsters come out.
That would be such a great twist.
That it's literally the same universe.
They have to run away from the monsters.
Yes, it's secretly still the same universe as Cabin in the Woods. It's just a sequel.
Oh,
Drew Goddard,
great.
Good old Drew Goddard.
That'd be great. And I mean, Chris Hemsworth is a little bit in this trailer, but.
I guess it can't.
To me, he looks like almost like a.
I guess it can't be Cabin in the Woods because Kristen Hemsworth character was in the.
He could be that character that just. It's the same. It's the same actor, but just different roles in each different movie.
Just so deep that it's just like. It's like everywhere.
But he's in. Just from his brief thing, I want to say he's like a cult leader or something.
Oh, I guess we didn't turn on chat. Oops.
Ah.
If you've been chatting at us, I apologize.
We apologize.
Sorry, not sorry. If you're trying to chat at us, speak up.
Where's Restream? Right there.
I don't see
the
it.
Big.
There it is. Restream chat. If you're trying to speak up at us, yell. Yeah. So that's a trailer that dropped. That
don't yell.
You saw. Hello. Welcome to the.
No.
Hey,
over that.
That's how it works. Cool.
Yeah, that's the live action part of that.
So let's switch over to the animated stuff. The first one that dropped was Wreck-It Ralph 2, I believe. I think it was the first one.
Yeah, the second trailer for it.
Yeah, the second trailer dropped a little bit more, giving us a little more details about how Disney this movie is. The answer is all.
You've got a Disney princess?
Yes. No, yes. And they just list off all the Disney things that make all of the
Are you dependent on a man? Yes. Then you're a Disney princess.
It's like what is it like? Does everyone think all your problems were solved because a big strong man came to fix them? Yeah.
Yes. What is that?
Yeah, she's some princess. And the fact that it's Disney making fun of itself is what makes it so
It's
great. It's that self-deprecating humor that is just done just perfectly. You've got Iron Man, you've got Stormtroopers, you've got a little bit of Pixar in there as well.
Everything.
Yeah, like this movie is fitting everything in there, and I'm really glad that Twitter and Snapchat and Amazon and Google, they all signed on for this.
Yeah.
Like if it wasn't,
I've never seen even some tweets.
yeah, Twitter. Yeah,
like there's a tweet going on.
So, like, much like the first Wreck-It Ralph, if they didn't get those game publishers and developers to sign on to that movie, it would not have been successful.
Oh no, that's probably why it took so long too to come out.
It took so long, yeah. There's a lot of people to sign on the dotted line, and a lot of it has to do with, hey guys, remember that movie we did with video game characters? We want to do it with your company
with
now.
the internet.
With the internet, we want to put Amazon in there. So
yeah, that's
I am ready for that.
Even
film.
more looking forward to it.
Yes, I was always ready for it.
Yes,
I was always ready for it. So that one dropped. Lego Movie Part 2 dropped. It's literally the day after, I believe.
That looks.
Watching that trailer makes
so
me
dumb.
reminds me on how big of a paycheck Chris Pratt is getting this year.
Oh yeah.
2 Avengers films.
Not this. Well, that would be next year.
Next year, but I'm sure he's filmed pieces for it. So,
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, Avengers stuff. Lego Movie 2, Jurassic World. Jurassic World. Probably some other film that we don't even know about.
Yeah.
Like he's got a big
He's all
paycheck.
over the place now.
Yeah, he's kind of hot. He's kind of hot right now, both physically and in in the movie universe. Yeah, but Lego Movie 2.
I'm curious as that one
after the reveal.
That also had a strong female in it.
I kind of
who's the hero here? Analyzes him.
I don't like that they gave her curves.
Oh, what's her face?
Yes, Lucy. What I don't remember what her other name
I
was.
can't remember.
But like they gave her curves, and I was like, really? Like Lego, just they're minifigs. You don't need to draw stuff onto them. But that was the only thing. That was my only like nitpick about that.
But even when the villain showed up, though, who saved it and analyzed?
Yeah.
He's the chosen one. No.
So
but I did all the fighting
and I did all the kick-ass stuff. And,
yeah,
okay,
takes her. So it's a very female strong.
Looking to see where that movie ends up being. Is it next year? I think it's next year, right? I don't remember the date for it.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure it's a next year film.
I cannot remember.
I'm pretty sure it's a next year film. So Lego
Did
Movie.
you close everything else?
Nope. Movie. I like the title for it. Lego Movie 2: The Second Part.
Well, it's going off the first one where we assume that the daughter or the sister, when she came in and started playing and she started and that's where it's going, that she kind of wrecked everything.
Right.
With her playing style.
2019. So it is a next year film, which I think is okay because this year is going to be very loaded. In terms of animated films go. Speaking of other animated films that dropped their trailers this week, Spider-Man.
Yep.
Into the Spider-Verse. Into the Spider-Verse. I am super excited about it. I know some of us have our opinions on Miles Morales as Spider-Man.
You're gonna have everyone Spider-Man in this.
Yes, and that's the takeaway is that there's gonna be more than one. This is gonna be Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Too many
Spider-Woman.
Spider-Gwen, aka Spider-Woman. Yes.
Which other one are you gonna throw in there? Spider-Man 2099.
Spider-Ham.
Spider-Ham. Yeah.
Spider-Ham. You gotta put. If you're gonna do a Gwen Stacy one.
Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah, do anything. You know, one of the universes, Bruce Banner ended up being Spider-Man.
That's weird.
Yeah. It was like literally in a frame off to the side where it was the Spider-Verse stuff and they're all coming through the portals and then there's little like captions over all of the Spider-Man. Like, this one was the one who invented blah blah. This was this one, and this one is Bruce Banner. No, not that one. And it was like literally not the Hulk.
You're gonna have everybody.
Yeah, there's a lot of possibility and a lot of potential. And honestly, it just looks good. Like for an animated,
it has a different feel to the animation.
Like I think I'm super okay with it. It's gonna be a limited run. It's not going to be in theaters for long. I think it's going to be in for like a week or something like that. So I'm looking forward to it. I showed this significant other about it already, and she's like on board with it just because there's Spider-Gwen in it.
Yeah,
and I love her costume. Her costume's amazing.
I think Kingpin is the villain.
We don't know. I think if they follow the Spider-Verse stuff. And that's another thing. Like, this isn't follow the comic books piecemeal.
Mm-hmm.
Because Miles Morales in this universe, like, the Spider-Man doesn't die in this universe.
Yeah, he's still
it's going to be
there.
very different in that regard. So maybe they twisted Miles's origin story a little bit.
But then Spider-Man's an adult.
Yeah.
A hard come by adult by the looks of it.
Yeah, a little bit. He's
chowing down. Can you pay for this?
Yes. And then, again, Spider-Verse stuff, multiple Spider-Man. I think the main villain is going to be Green Goblin, but not this universe. Not that universe's Green Goblin. It's going to be...
Well, if you look on the IMDb, though, like, Kingpin is pretty high up there.
And I can see that being a thing, but I think the backstory behind the Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse stuff is the fact that Spider-Man is integral to holding all these universes together, and so there's a villain out there trying to actually kill all of the Spider-Man in all of the universes. And if that's what they do, then...
Like, that's a pretty big name just to have as a side character.
They could do anything, really. But as far as I'm concerned, like, they are doing a different origin story for Spider-Man, especially Miles Morales's.
Yeah.
And it's got a lot of humor into it. Like, I'm super into it. It seems quite funny as far as films go. Like, they have a Comic-Con. They jab at Comic-Con.
I need another trailer.
I'm sure you'll get another trailer by then. It's just an animated movie. It's not hard to cut that out.
And when is that one coming on?
Christmas, actually.
Oh, right, yes. No, February?
No, updated February. I think it's Christmas. Sometime this year. Yeah.
December.
Yeah, just before Christmas. So, and it's a perfect time. There's no other MCU movies coming out at that time. There's no...
Mm-hmm.
You've got Aquaman, which... debatable if anyone's going to be so interested in that.
Star Wars is coming out that time.
No Star Wars this year. The Star Wars happened already.
Okay.
We Solo dropped already. That is
I thought they were doing
it is the annual Star Wars film. It's Solo. Next year is Episode 9.
Early next year, though.
Yeah, but it's next year.
Yeah.
So.
And
then the last one,
Dragons.
How to Train Your Dragons: The Hidden World.
Yes.
The last in the trilogy.
Conclusion. They've done a TV show.
The TV show takes place apparently between 1 and 2.
Oh, does it?
My significant other is if it's not like Harry Potter stuff, it's How to Train Your Dragon stuff. So she knows quite a bit about it.
That happens between 1 and 2.
It happens between 1 and 2. The Netflix TV show happens between 1 and 2. Only for the fact that there are some events that happen in 2 that haven't happened in the show yet.
I think I would have a feeling I know what you're talking about.
I don't know. I just. But yes, this one is the last of the Dragon trilogy. Whether or not
it's supposed to make you cry.
The last one made me cry.
Well, this one's supposed to make you cry too.
Well, shit, DreamWorks.
I have an idea how they're gonna try and make me cry. I doubt it.
I don't care. I'm gonna get dragged to that film anyways. So.
I have a feeling how it's gonna go.
Is there an actual date for it? I'm pretty sure there's a date for
probably
it.
Probably next year.
It is next year. It is next year. That is for sure. But I just
March 1st.
March. Now is that like in stone?
Looks like it.
Okay, so
probably the very. When does that's the start of the month, and at the end of the month, Avengers 4 comes out.
Avengers is end of March?
Yeah.
Okay, that's soon.
May.
May, yeah. Avengers is May, dude.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right on that. So, yes, so Night Fury, Toothless, finds a Light Fury. Get it because it's a word pun. and finds a girlfriend.
And once again, the villain is a human guy trying to
kill all Night Furies. He's trying to kill them all. It looks amazing. I love the progression of Hiccup's character throughout the 3 films. Mm-hmm. If you really want to count the shows, you can. But for all intended purposes, we've watched the movies.
Beard.
He got old man Hiccup.
Yes.
It's the year of the beards. you got Kratos. You had the character from Gears of War getting a beard. You have Hiccup getting a beard. You got Old Snake a couple years back. Its beards are in, guys. Look at Chris Evans. Beards are in. Ladies, I can't grow a beard. So not me.
I have a feeling I'm the only one on this group that
I think Nick can.
Have you seen it?
If he tries, I think he can. I've seen parts.
So have I. Ask him about it.
Old Man Hiccup is in this movie. I think that's super awesome to see that character progression, especially as he grows into, like, fills into the shoes of his old man.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert: his dad dies in the second one. If you haven't seen that movie,
Get on it.
I think it's on Netflix. I think those dragon movies are on Netflix.
I don't know.
At this point, though, it's not. Is it really training a dragon anymore?
Yeah, it's because you're teaching him. You're trying to teach him how to hit on a girl dragon.
How to mate. How to train
a dragon to mate.
That's exactly what. That's how I did it. Taking notes. Takes
many questions that I don't know if
takes
I wanna
notes
ask.
furiously. Takes notes furiously. The second one came out 2014, so it's been a long time coming for this one. Yes. I know that when the second one came out, they also announced the third one as well at the same time. Yeah. They just didn't announce name, date, or whatever. But obviously, 2019, here we come. 5 years later.
Yeah.
The second one was super good too. I actually, as weird as it sounds, the first one did not age well. It did not age well at all.
I can't remember. I would have to rewatch it.
I watch it by proxy a lot. So watching it now, it's just like, oh, that's really hard to watch. But I'm glad DreamWorks is picking up its pants and making good-looking movies.
Yeah. So, but yes, that's kind of all we have.
It's E3 week.
We went for about an hour.
Yeah. We can check this. Hey, hi.
No, we started
about an hour ago. So yeah, we did this.
We stretched out real good.
Thin. We
Super
stretched
good.
out really thin. Speaking of things that might not be stretched thin, I actually did a lot of stuff this week, so we can talk about a little bit of that.
None of us did.
We can talk a little bit about that on our post-credit show. But for this show, thanks for watching.
Yes. Come again.
Watch us on the YouTube.
The Twitch.
We got a lot of post videos that in our past that if you want to take a look at on a video on demand. We talk about this all the time. We got so many videos to go.
So many ways to watch us.
So many ways to watch us.
Do it all the time. Hello, Bone Cracker.
Bone Cracker. Hey, remember that song?
Yes.
On the Bone Cracker.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah, this is their only song, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the one-hit wonder. But not you. But either way, thanks for joining us today on this newscast. We'll see you guys in about 5-10 minutes.
Yes.
We're gonna
recalibrate ourselves.
Yeah, we're gonna polish off the gears a little bit. We're gonna.
That sounds dirty.
Oh yeah. Oh baby. You want to polish gears
no.
later? Gear person.
In separate rooms. Together.
Through the walls. So join us in about 5-10 minutes while we recombobulate ourselves, basically, for our post-credit show, where we talk about games we played, movies we watched,
a lot of movies.
TVs, experiences. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about this week. Mm-hmm. Some of it heavy spoilers.
Yes.
Like some of it.
So you're warned now.
Some of it heavy spoilers. But we'll see you guys in about 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
Bye.
Ciao.
That's it. Right? Yeah.